Alright, it is time for volume 13 of Real Estate Browsing. It's been a little while since I've recorded, but we're back into it, so let's go into this house. This one is from 1971. Oh, it's a Fasco Old South. That is a really nice install. Oh, I love that. It's got the cane, too. Beautiful. Over here. Oh, not quite that. Okay, there we go. Oh yeah, I think that falls under the perfect installs category. Very aesthetic. Oh, yep, there's another one. Another Old South. Same exact version, antique brass with cane. Oh yeah, look at that. Gorgeous. Alright, this one's from 1973. There's a Casablanca Stealth. I don't particularly like those, but other people do. I don't see a wall control anywhere. Weird. Looks like a Ventura. Oh yeah, that's a Ventura. Polished brass with white blades. Alright, this one is from 1951, and there's a dual install of Lady Deltas in the kitchen. Both on LCAs and both with spotlight kits. It's pretty cool. It's kind of a weird install because they're not really in line, but you know, yeah, Panama on a LCA. Is that a... Yep, it's an IntelliTouch. There's a W11. Is that a Hunter Custom Home? I'm pretty sure that's a Hunter Custom Home. I'm not entirely positive, but I think so. One of those cheap low-profile knockoffs. And an actual low-profile 90s model. Not the most interesting version, but still. This one's from 1960. Well, there's a Passport 3, I think. The one with the low-profile blade arms and the Air Max motor. Those are kind of cool. Here we go. Sears 350.57045, the F900D Firenetics version. First vintage detector of the volume. You know, there's a Coastal Breeze. Oh, there's a Newtone, either the Harmony or the Futura. I think L16 is the model number of that one. Those are pretty cool. Oh, there we go. Another Sears. But this one's a Gateway version. Interesting. I don't know. Interesting. Maybe they replaced a Firenetics, another F900D version with this. Who knows, but that's kind of weird. It's from 1977. Ooh, a lone slot SA76 RS, like the one I have. A little slot. Nope, that's an SA769. It's got the rectangle base. Cool. Wow, I'd like to find an SA769 with the lone slot cover. I have the one with the regular cover, but very cool. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like it's operating. But there's another one. Same version with the lone slot cover, the smaller outer ring and larger center, rectangle base. I don't think that one's powered either. Here's a neat one from 1955. It's got an outdoor pool and this little enclosed sort of sunroom porch type thing. And they've got a little baby original out here with, I think that's Adaptair, yeah. It's amazing the blades are still flat and not warped. Those blades look like they may be replacements though. Now what is that? I can't say I've ever seen a pedestal fan quite like that before in my life. This old Gibson freezer, chest freezer here, with all the stuff on it. That's pretty cool. That is a very interesting looking drain cover. I have no idea what kind it is, but I'm sure Nathaniel does. I've never seen one quite like that before either. This old boat is pretty cool though. That's a really old boat. Oh, there's a smoke guard. That would be either an 800A like I have, the two that I have, or the hardwired version. I think the 900. It's hard to see. Yeah. I don't know. It's probably an 800. Well, that's kind of weird. The door was closed and then it was open. Alright, here's one from 1976 with a Panama on the vaulted ceiling at the peak of the ceiling on a long down rod. A brown or a antique brass fan. I don't know, the white kind of fits in too. 1957. A first alert. SA76RC. Large side vents and dome button version, it looks like, and it's got some tape with a date or something on it, probably when they replaced the batteries. These lamps are pretty cool. Hanging lamps. So is this one here. That's a neat one. Maybe a new tone? I think that might be. So this light fixture, that's pretty cool. Almost mid-century. Take a closer look at the washer. It actually is an old one. Kenmore 80 series, I think. The wood grain version. Pretty cool. From 1965. It's got one of those 6-blade, I think, JCPenney things. A spinner of some sort with arch end blades. Oh, and there's the choke. DEMC. Cool. That motor looks familiar. I think this is made by Commander. Out here there's a first alert SA130C or 125C. The non-light test version, the escape light. The S&C Emperor Hugger. Those are pretty common. There's a Black & Decker SMK 6DM3. There's another one. Same version. 6DM3. Okay, this one is from 1954. Ooh. Oh. That's one of those Panasonic, I think. There's a knob of some sort there, so maybe not. I don't know. That might be it? I don't know. Very interesting. The Hunter. I think that's an older studio series. And this one's from 1953. And it's got some lighted housing thing with GE vents. That's kind of unusual. Whoops. It's a Dyson. Okay, this one has its blades. I think that's a CEC product. I think it's got a cast motor. Oh, and there's a hugger in here. I'm not sure what that is. Alright, this one's from 1984. Got a Gulf Coast Dixie Bell in here. Oh, a dual install. This is pretty cool. Oh, and there's one of those little things. I don't know what these are. I think Antica or something like that. I think that's another Gulf Coast Dixie Bell, although this one's got generic blade arms. And these are also Georgians, not Dixie Bells. I don't know why I get them confused. But these have the pretzel blade arms that they typically have. Okay, this one's from 1973. Oh, there we go. There's a Silcon GE vent with the weird spinner type blade arms. Those are cool. U42, the later version with the stamped blade arms and the thin builder vents. Alright, here's one that's kind of perplexing. This house advertises a 3D tour, but it doesn't have one. However, I'm looking in the pictures and I found this specimen. I'm not sure what it is. It has an original canopy, and overall the construction looks kind of like an original, like the housing looks very squared off and very cast iron. Canopy that has a tight weave cane just like an original. Blade arms look generic. It's got a weird cylindrical nose, but it's got GE vents. View. Yeah, I have no idea. Very weird. This one's from 1978. There's a BRK. It's either a 77R or a non-powered 769. Oh, that's one of those sirens sounder things. I think that's labeled Amsico. Interesting. This one's from 1967. That's new tone of some sort, but I don't know what it is. It almost looks like a fan. Is it some sort of speaker? That's an intercom system right there, but maybe that's like remnants from an older intercom system? I don't know. Oh, hello! Honeywell. Ooh, it's a TC89B. It looks like it's a TC89B 1018. The center portion where the text is larger and it sticks out instead of being recessed. Way cool. We got two sump pumps, two sump pump pits. Must have a water problem. Mounting bracket for a micro profile. This one's from 1966. Oh! 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 That's one of them really old. I think these are either the Ademco or the Dictograph rebrands. I think this is the Dictograph rebrand because right behind it there's a Dictograph heat detector. I actually have one of those little heat detectors. And there's one of those. I think these are Maple Chase sirens. I actually don't know about that. But these are way cool. They have a little incandescent bulb. I think they're like 24 volts. It's a photoelectric detector. But they're a rebrand of that Ademco one that we've actually seen previous volume before that I think was still operational. This one's non-operational, but yeah. I think the model number is SD1, the Dictograph model number. Yeah, way cool. There's another Dictograph heat detector right there. It's been painted, unfortunately. Another one there. They're probably all around if I look closely, actually. This one's from 1978, and already I can see a kitchen fan. Sears kitchen fan. Yep, 52-inch plastic blade. Almost like mine. Mine's brown with wood blades. Still pretty cool. And then over here, GE Home Century. It's an 8201-201 with the battery flag out there. 12.6 volt model. Moss Tropical Breeze Deluxe, like the one I have. Mine's got stencil, but this is the same, pretty much the same. I think this is polished brass. Mine is antique brass. Yep, that one's also an 8201-201. That's probably... the first view is better. Cool. Don't see those too often in houses anymore. There's another Moss Tropical Breeze Deluxe. Same version as the first one. And a third. Out here, we have another kitchen fan. Well, that one's dusty too. Really cool. This one's from 76. Footprint vent hugger. I think that's a Litex. Here's a new tone. S180 or 180L. I can't tell if that's chrome around there or not. I think it is, so I think that is a 180L like the one I have. Very hard to tell. Still, really cool. Looks like the rest of the bedrooms all have footprint vent huggers too. Yep. Oh, this one's got one of those stupid low-profile copies. Okay, this one is from 85. Ooh, it's a 5-blade Cambridge. Wow. I don't think I've ever seen a 5-bladed Cambridge before. And yep, there's the W11 control. Oh, another 5-blade Cambridge. There is the W11 again. There it is from up above. So they kind of have the same top plate as the Victorian almost. Alright, this one is from 77. It's pretty interesting. Foyer. Oh, it's a Kidda Silhouette. And it's still operating. Still in service. That is a rather rare sight. I know those are modern detectors, but those were discontinued and you don't see these anywhere. Wow. It's quite an interesting sight. It's from 1989. A fancy house. Casablanca, California Zephyr. I believe that's what that is. With the Are those jazz hands shades? I think they are. That's cool, and I don't know what that light kit is, but that's cool too. These fixtures here are almost like mid-century, but they aren't because this house is built in 89. That one. Vintage direct drive Whirlpool set. Probably Form 1989. A cool new tone intercom system console with a tape deck and a digital clock. Cool. A Delta 2 with a spotlight kit, white and brass. It's one of those ones with the weird dual ball system for attaching the longer down rod. Interesting. There's an upper view of that California Zephyr, and this one's also got the dual ball. This one's from 1985, and we have a Sears turn of the century 1895 version, just like the one that I recently tested, although this one's in much better condition, of course. I'm not sure what this is. Maybe an Encom? I have no idea. I don't know. Some copper 90s looking thing. I'd not seen that before. This one is from 1955. Ooh. Nice dual install of originals. I think those are American-made ones. There's another one. Bedroom. And another one. Looks like there's going to be a theme here in this house. Oh, there's a person. And yet another one. Yup. That's what, number 6 now? It's not an original, but that's still notable. That's my childhood Hampton Bay gazebo, 42-inch model. Like the one that was in my old room at my old house. Okay, this one is from 1974. It was a Hunter Studio series. That's one of those Harbor Breeze or similar Victorian copies. Ooh! There we go. View Fan. Or, well, made by View Fan, probably labeled Golden Fan or New Fan. I can't tell. It's a solid state, maybe, but it's definitely not the original control to the fan. Alright, this one's from 1940. This is a pretty cool room, although I'd put a ceiling fan here instead of that chandelier. Oh my god, really? We just saw a whole house filled with these. And I guess we get to see more. Different canopy that, I think those are like vaulted ceiling adapters. I can't tell if this is American or Chinese, but it's got that single circular vent just like the other ones. Another one? Yep. 1972. It's a Hunter. Ooh! Another sonic siren. I think we just saw one of these in the last volume too. Teledyne Waterpick D2 sonic siren, although this one's in much better shape. I'd love to find one of those. This one's from 1980. There's a Lasco Cyclone out there. Wake and Warn. It's a 79 or 77R version. Cool, those are really rare. I'd love to find one of those. And there's a little bottom mount spinner. Probably an Encom. Those crest things. Alright, this one's from 1974. This is a pretty cool house. These hanging fixtures. And this, ooh, plastic Emerson, 52-inch version. Missing the canopy. And on a different down rod it looks like, but still, it's kind of an interesting install too. The nose is very yellow. Okay, this one's from 1986. There's a Emerson 1895 series out here. Stencil blades in antique brass. That's a nice install actually. A small GE vent in this Lumadome kitchen. It's pretty cool. Fire-X that looks to have been painted. There's a lighted housing hugger. Another lighted housing hugger. And a third lighted housing hugger. I think that's gonna do it for this volume. So, thank you guys for watching, and there will be more to come.